We're live. Good evening, guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hey, Adam G, your online queen inspirational talk show. And we're still on with my Miss Universe 2022 live chat series. And for tonight, I have a very special guest once again. Yep, she is a Miss Universe candidate this year. And to be honest, since I've been drawn by her natural beauty since her crowning moment, because that face, this candidate's lovely face is really made for the universe. But part of the excitement is that, guess what? She's only 18 years old. So I feel that makes her so much fun and cool to talk to for this year's edition. So, what is this aspiring doctor doing in a pageant like Miss Universe? So, here she is live all the way from Iceland. Please say hello to Miss Universe Iceland 2022. Hrafnhildur, Haraldsdottir. Hi! Hi, Hraf.
Hi.
Thank you so. Wow, you look so beautiful, even
Thank,
without the ring light. Wow.
thank you so much.
Even with just the sunlight shining on your face for this interview, my God, your beauty is still standing out.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for allowing me to get to know you for my content here on my platform for tonight. I would like to thank your national director, George Esteban,
Oh,
for making this interview possible. So good evening, good afternoon over there in Iceland, Miss
thank you.
Hrafnhildur. Wait, before anything else, I have a hard time pronouncing your name. I think you by far you're the candidate who has the hardest name to pronounce. So for the benefit of my viewers who are also tuning in and would like to get to know you more, can you how do you don't want to butcher your name for the entire
Of course.
interview?
Well, my name is Hrafnhildur Haraldsdottir. I know it's a hard name, so don't worry. Everybody guesses wrong. But yeah, Hrafnhildur Haraldsdottir.
How do you say that again? Can you slow down in pronouncing it?
Oh, of course. Hrafnhildur Haraldsdottir.
So it's silent H. Hrafnhildur. Am
Yeah,
I right?
yeah,
Raf
that's really good.
Hrafnhildur Haraldsdottir.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. So of course that is such a unique name. That is such an Icelandic name. For sure, I won't ask you what
Yeah.
does your name mean something uh in your
Well,
dialect or
well,
language? Sorry.
Hrafn was is like the first part of my first name. Names is Raven, an Icelandic,
Oh,
and my
Raven,
name
like
is
the
actually
bird.
so his name is Raven.
Oh, interesting, interesting. So, thank you like I've said earlier, thank you so much for allowing me to interview you tonight. So, you will soon be leaving for Miss Universe. So, I was wondering, what are your expectations for the upcoming pageant?
Oh, I'm expecting to meet a bunch of amazing, beautiful women, and I'm gonna learn so much from them, and of course the organization. And I know this experience is gonna have a big impact on me, and it's gonna change my view on the world.
That's great. I'm really drawn by your beauty. My gosh, you're so beautiful for an 18-year-old. So, I was wondering how much more when you grow older. Oh my gosh, yes. You'll probably look like a goddess. Yeah.
Thank you. Well, I'm just gonna try to do the same. I'm gonna follow my dreams and try to become a doctor one day and spend more time with my family. So, yes.
So wait, so since you're in Miss Universe right now, I assume you're on leave from school to do your duties as Miss Universe Iceland.
Well, I'm actually not on leave. I just decided to take online school just for now, just this semester, and it's been it's been fine. I mean, I've been focusing on Miss Universe. I went to the United States to just prepare overall and get all my dresses because we don't have anything here, anything pageanty. So I had to go somewhere and get my dresses and everything and learn how to walk. So yes, it's okay to be in school and be doing pageants. I mean, I'm just following my dreams and my goals
Yes.
at the same time.
So how are you balancing it? Like, a lot of I'm sure a lot of people are watching us right now. A lot of aspiring young beauty queens your age are watching us right now. Like, how do you balance your time?
Well, you just have to be really organized, and before you start, you have to make a plan. Well, that's my technique. I always make a plan before I start. So if I have a test or something, I have to make a plan how I'm going to study. If I have any photo shoots or interviews, anything, I have to know when it is, and then I can study in between. So you just have to organize overall.
So how has it been like since then? You can still handle it, juggle it in between schedules.
Well, of course, it's been hard, but it's been so fun, and I'm so grateful for this experience. And I have big goals for the future. That's why I'm still in school. I would probably, if I did not want to become a doctor and then know what I was going to be in the future, I would probably just take a leave from school for a year or something. But I don't want to miss out of anything, so I'm still in school, and I'm doing fine.
So wait, you said earlier that most of your wardrobe will be coming from abroad. So I wonder, how are you training for Miss Universe right now? So do you have a pasarela trainer there, or do you have an online coach from another country who's supervising your training for Miss Universe?
Oh yes, I have an online fitness coach and a walking coach. So and also the Miss Universe Iceland 2021. She has been helping me so much, and I just taking practice with her and Manuela, my director, and it's been really fun to get to know them. And because I went to the United States, I got to meet my online coaches in person, so I got to know them and go over through some things. So when I meet them online, it's just so much easier, and it's just I feel more comfortable because I met them before.
Not only your online coaches, but you also met your fellow Miss Universe sisters.
Oh
Uh,
yes,
last July or last June was it?
it
Yeah,
was in
in
September.
Miami, right? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
September, yeah. After I won Miss Universe Iceland.
So how was it like meeting Miss Colombia and Miss Germany?
Oh, it was amazing. It was so nice, so beautiful and kind. And I mean, I didn't get to talk to them a lot because we were at an event and they were photographers and we had to talk to people other than just us. But what I seen and what we talked about and all that, they were so nice. And I was so excited to meet them at Miss Universe in New Orleans. So yes, they just seemed amazing.
Has it always been your dream to become a beauty queen? At
Mm,
what
well, actually not. It actually had well, after I found out my mom competed in a pageant when she was about my age, maybe a little bit older, she actually never told me. I found out from my grandmother, and I got so mad. But after that, after I found out, I started watching Miss Universe Iceland for like until now. I was always in my bed with my computer, like alone, and I never really thought about competing or winning. It never had been like an actually a dream of mine. I never really thought about it. But I'm so grateful for having the opportunity to do so, and I don't regret anything. And I actually regret not having the dream of becoming a beauty queen. So, yes.
what? Was it about watching beauty pageants that fascinated or captivated you the most? That's why you're embarking a career now on this.
Well, when I was younger, of course, I did not think about the statements or the questions or anything. I just saw the dresses and I loved it. But as I grew older, the statement and how amazing these women are and how they see the world and what they want to, how they want to have impact on us. And it just is amazing to see that. And when they like draw a question, they just how they answer it so quickly and with confidence and how comfortable they are on stage, it's just so amazing, and it's something I look up to and I want to be.
Wow. Who's your favorite Miss Universe winner?
Well, I have to say Harnas, she has been doing so much. I mean, I've loved, they're all been great, but Harnas has stuck out to me, and probably because I'm of course watching it more now, but she's been doing so amazing things in this world, and I just see is a role model for all women, and yes, I look up to her.
And now you get to meet her in person very, very soon.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. So as I checked out your background, so you're an aspiring doctor. So I assume you're taking up a pre-med course in school. Are you
Yeah.
still in high school or are you already
Well,
in college?
it's different here in Iceland. So I'm actually on my third year in college, which is my last. So I'm graduating next year in summer. So I only have one semester left, and I'm studying biology to hopefully one day become a doctor. Well, it's a start.
Wow. Wow. Once you pursue medicine proper, what specialization in medicine would you like to pursue?
Well, I've actually always wanted to become a plastic surgeon. Well,
Oh.
I want to help people with cleft lip and burn victims. I think it's so. I mean, see the faces of people that have maybe like a burning accident or are born with a cleft lip or something, get their smile back and just get to be themselves and feel comfortable in their own skin. I want to make them be that happy. I want to see that smile. I want to make that smile. So that's always been my dream, and I was so happy that see that Miss Universe organization is actually supporting Smile Train, which is
Yes, yes.
yeah, and it really I was so happy about it because it's always been my dream. So I'm actually went to the Children's Hospital in Miami to see children with cleft lip. So on the day, Smile Day. So it was an amazing day. So yes,
I feel like you guys will have an activity. You girls will have an activity about Smile Train
yeah,
in those 10 days that you will be in Miss Universe. Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah. So, oh, you would like to become a plastic surgeon one day. So, from your point of view right now, speaking of being a plastic surgeon, how are you? What are your thoughts on girls or candidates undergoing plastic surgery for pageants like Miss Universe?
Well, I mean, you do what makes you happy and what makes you comfortable. And if you want to have, if you're insecure about your breast or your nose or your lips or just anything, I mean, of course it's okay to fix it or change it if you want to. But I
Yes,
mean,
yes.
I love natural beauty. I'm I've never done anything to myself, and I'm never gonna do something. I think well, it's not on my. I'm not planning to anyway. So, but I think I of course I think it's okay, and of course I'm gonna support it. But I think Miss Universe is about natural beauty, and I don't think it's about beauty overall. I think it's about a powerful woman to a woman to is able to have an impact on the world. So if the woman has gone under plastic surgery, it's fine. I just think she should be open about it and talk about it and not hide it or lie about it. So yes.
Yeah, if that particular surgery will boost or enhance a woman's confidence, then we're all for it, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you have to be comfortable in your own skin, and if there's something that you're not comfortable with, of course you can fix it. Of course you can do what you want. It's your body, it's your choice. So I mean, it's not my opinion. I mean, I'm not gonna choose anything for you.
Now that you're about to leave for Miss Universe, I wonder how's it like for an 18-year-old candidate like you to be thinking at this very moment? Are you more stressed or are you more chill as you count the days before you leave for Miss Universe? Or are you more anxiously excited? Can you tell us your mindset?
Mm, well, the stress is getting to me. I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, of course, I'm so
Which
excited.
aspect? Which aspect are you stressed right now?
Well,
Packing your stuff?
I'm so stressed that I'm gonna forget something that is like important, like I have to have with me. But I'm actually coming to Miami December 27th to go stay with my directors until the competition. So I'm gonna be with them. I'm gonna practice my interview and everything. So I think the stress is almost only about packing. I'm not gonna forget anything. And I think after I go to Miami, I think the nurse just I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna get everything done, and I know I'm gonna do the best I can. And I'm not nervous about going on stage or meeting girls. I'm just really, really excited.
So once you're in Miami, that's the only time you'll be able to collect and see or fit your wardrobe, like your evening gown for the competition.
Well, yeah, I have most of my clothes here in Iceland, and some of them in Miami. So,
Yeah.
and some of them I never tried them on. Some designers just are sending them now to Miami, and I'm so excited to try them on and see them. I think my interview outfit is one of them, and yes, there's just so many dresses that I haven't seen in such a long time, and I love them, and I'm so excited to see them.
You know, we've been talking about your age since the start of this interview. You're 18 years old, and I feel like you're seeing everything wide-eyed. With all those lit eyes. Oh my God, I'm going to the biggest beauty pageant in the world right now. So I wonder, how do you think your age right now will impact your journey in Miss Universe?
Well, I think I'm not sure, but I know that my age doesn't matter. Well, it shouldn't. It shouldn't matter how old you are. Well, I'm here, and the judges chose me to be here, and I know just that I'm probably this as mature as any other girl there because I've done so much in my life. I went through grief with my family after the sickness in my family, and I've traveled around the world, seen different cultures, and just seen how the world can be and what I want to do to change the world. And there's just so much that I know, and I know my age doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how old you are. You can always follow your dream and always have your goals, and one day they might come true.
Is joining Miss Universe Iceland your first pageant? Is Miss Universe Island and you won
Yes, I know.
with no formal training, I suppose.
Nothing.
Oh, that's great. That's a huge achievement on your part.
Thank you.
I've asked this question earlier, but there's a viewer here who's asking the same question. So for his benefit, who wasn't able to tune in earlier,
Okay.
what inspired you at a young age? What inspired you to join Miss Universe, and why Miss Universe of all the pageants in the world right now?
Well, Miss Universe, because that's the only pageant we have in Iceland, Miss Universe Iceland. So, yes, that's why it had to be Miss Universe. Well, we have Miss Universe Iceland, but the first runner-up is competing in Miss Supra National. So we have basically two pageants. Well, it's one pageant and you have two winners. And well, what inspired me was seeing how the girls just they are always so confident, and just see them on stage having impact on the audience and want to change the world for the better. It amazes me. I've always loved watching pageants.
So, with your candidacy right now, how would you like to make an impact in the world right
Well,
now?
I want to show the world how Iceland is. I think that the world doesn't exactly know what Iceland is and just think about beautiful nature and volcanoes and glaciers.
And midnight sun.
Yeah, midnight sun. But we have such a privilege, and the equality here is so good. Even though we have a long way ahead of us, we had the first woman president here, and we have the equality here for genders, races, beliefs. It just it's just so much freedom here, and I I mean everybody's comfortable here, so I want to spread that around the world. I want to show the world how other countries can be, because if it's so easy for us to be like this, why can't other countries be like this? And I always thought about it since I was young and visiting other countries and seeing the lack of equality or are just not doing so great. I'm always with my mom like, why is Iceland doing so great? I mean, we're just like a small island in the middle of the Atlantic, and it doesn't make sense to me. But if we can do it, everybody else can do it. I know that.
And you realized that when you were traveling.
Oh yes, yes, definitely.
So what has been the most favorite places or countries that you've visited to recently? I assume you did not travel during recently because of the pandemic, right?
Well, I actually in October this year I went to Egypt. It was probably
Oh,
one of my favorite trips I've been on. It was just so amazing, the culture there, and we were on a cruise ship on Nile and seeing like different culture. I felt like I was in a movie sometime. Like we were sailing on the river, and there were people there bathing their horses. Or I was like, "What is happening with my dad?" It was so amazing. And seeing then Cairo, the city, it was so much different from Reykjavik, my city. It was just it, I'm always as surprised. I was like calling my family, like, what is happening here? And I actually earlier this year I went to Bonaire, which is the island in Caribbean, and it was just so original. There were like no fast food companies or anything. It was just
oh,
so original. And actually, me and my boyfriend just drove a car and just around the island, and you can just jump in the sea, and it was just so amazing. The flamingos there and donkeys and goats. It was just really weird but amazing.
was it about traveling that you love the most?
Well, my grandfather was a doctor on a cruise ship, so my family has always traveled a lot.
Ah.
So he actually is the reason why I want to become a doctor and why I love traveling. And yeah, so I just love seeing the world, seeing how the world outside of Iceland can be different. And because Iceland is all kind of the same, you can't travel. Everywhere you travel is the same basically. So when I go like to just to Europe, even to, just to Europe or Denmark or something, it's just what, this is so weird. This is so amazing, and it's just I love seeing new things and learning about new cultures, and it's always been like one of my favorite things.
From my end, it's also part of my bucket list to travel to Iceland.
Oh,
Yeah,
I want to do so. It's beautiful here.
yeah. Is Iceland part of the Scandinavian region?
Yes. Well, yeah, it's in Scandinavia. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
actually.
that region. Yeah, the Northern Lights in Ireland.
Oh yes.
Oh, the nature, the greenery in
Now it's
Finland.
really snowing. It's like I can't drive my car, so I'm just stuck at home.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. That's a hassle of having
Oh
four
yes,
seasons.
that's Iceland.
Yeah, they say that most of the people that I've been talking to say that they can't really stand the winter weather for the entire season. I mean, they can probably bear the winter weather for like a month at most. But after that, it's really
Yeah,
it's really difficult to move around.
as soon as I saw like the snow was coming, and the snow only it was like on one day, and nobody can do anything because it's just so much snow overnight. And I saw it, I was like, oh no, in my car, I can't drive. So now I'm just stuck at home. And my dad has like this big truck, and he has to drive me around everywhere. I feel like I'm a little girl.
So I wonder, have you been to Asia already?
Well, I've not been much to Asia, but I'm actually coming to Asia next year. On
Which
a cruise.
countries are you planning to visit?
Well, I'm going on a cruise ship.
Oh, all right.
So I know I'm going to Thailand and I'm going to spend a week in Singapore. I think I'm going to China and some other countries. My mom planned this trip and it's like a year until we go, but we always plan like a way far ahead. But yes, I'm so excited.
So for sure, once you travel to those places, to those countries next year, you'll probably be meeting your fellow Miss Universe sisters from
Oh
Singapore, Thailand.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, you know what? I also love to travel.
Oh
Yeah,
really?
but it's so expensive. But I
I know.
feel like there is something about traveling that money can't buy. You know
No,
what
I,
I'm saying?
yes, yes, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, especially me. I'm single, so usually I travel alone.
Yeah.
So everything is on me. I do everything. I do the planning. It's up to me where I want to go next, and it's also my responsibility to take care of my belongings wherever I go. And there have been
Yes.
instances that I would leave my belongings in some of the places that I visited, and thankfully, thankfully, I can still retrieve the items that I got from those places that I've been to. Like, thankfully, probably, yeah.
That's good.
So there's a question. So having that said, what life lessons did you learn from traveling, and how
From
can you, yeah, what life lessons did you learn from traveling, and what can you share from that experience to
I
our
think
viewers
just
right now?
appreciate what you have because from traveling you can see how much poverty or lack of equality there is in the world and just appreciate everything you have and what you own because not everybody is like that. And me, I've always thought I was just like normal girl, but now I feel like I appreciate everything I own and everything I have and the privileges I have in the world. So I think the life lesson just appreciates everything because it's not given that you can have everything that you have right now. I mean, if you go to like Egypt and you can see they were showing me like, oh yeah, that are like the rich community. I was like, what is that? Like, if you're rich, you live there, and I just didn't understand because in Iceland it's just so different. And when you go to the United States, whether I go many times to the United States, and it's just so different, and it just I think that's the life lesson. You have to appreciate everything.
And that makes you appreciate where of your stature or where you are right
Oh
now.
yes, definitely, yeah.
So hopefully one day you can help all these based from all these experiences that you learn from seeing other countries, you can probably apply it in your local community there. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so.
So uh as we talk more about your life, you're only 18 years old, and I don't want to ask you hard-hitting questions because I feel like you're just here to in Miss Universe to have fun, but at the same time be competitive and represent your country at your very best, right? So I wonder, like, what do you do for fun apart from traveling?
Oh, I go ice skating. That's actually my favorite thing to do. I just when I go on the like ice skating rink, it just I feel like I'm flying, and it has been way too long since I've been ice skating. But I also love playing the piano. I do that every time I'm home alone and just I have a break or something. Like I know there's nothing I have to do. I have like 5 minutes and there's nothing I have to do. I just sit by a piano and I just play. And it relaxes me. I feel so good. And yes, I think these are like the two things. And of course, when it's winter, I go snowboarding. I love that and skiing. And if it's summertime, I go fly fishing with my family. I love that.
Ah, wow. I feel like you seem to have a fun family to
Oh
hang out
yes,
with.
I
Yeah.
love my family.
So apart from fun, so I wonder, what has been since you're only 18 years old, but have you made mistakes in your life that kind of impacted your life the most
Well,
so far?
I'm not quite sure about mistakes. I think if you learn from a mistake, it is not a mistake. So, I mean, probably just not appreciating my family and just, I mean, you always get in that age around 14, you're like becoming a teenager and just your parents, they annoy you. And I think that's probably one of my biggest mistakes because my family is everything to me. And now, because I own up to my mistakes, I try to involve my family in everything, and I spend so much time with them. And my mom is my best friend, and my dad is also my best friend. I tell them everything. So yes, I think that's
That's
my
so
biggest.
nice. The reason why I asked you is because interviewing you reminds me of the days when I was your age, and I hope you don't I hope you don't mind sharing my allowing me to share my experience. When I was 18 years old, I made so many mistakes in life, like from the moondest to the hard to the to the deepest. Like, for instance, I drove my car in a flood, in the
Oh,
middle of a flood, uphill road.
oh no.
Yeah, because in my haste to go, because it was raining so hard, and in my haste to rush home, I miscalculated the level of flood, the deepness of the flood in front
Okay.
of me. So when I saw a taxi, I saw a taxi, because I was driving a van, and when I saw a taxi, speeding through the flood, I thought, if that small taxi can do it, I could also cross the flood to get to the other side. So I drove, and then next thing I know, my car conked out in the middle of the flood. So I had all these bystanders
Oh,
pushing my car all the way to the other side of the road. Yeah, so that was really a painful experience on my part, because I made my dad pay so much about about our vehicle repair, and it costs a fortune. So
oh
up
yes.
until now, when I think about it, that's one of those regrets. I wish I had waited for the flood to subside in order for me to have not experienced that ordeal. So can
Oh
you
my.
share something like that?
Well,
You know,
actually, I got a really fancy car for my birthday when I was 17 years old for my first car, and I was studying and I was at the library. And when you go out of the library, it's like a road, and you have to, from like the parking lot, there's like a main road, and it goes like both ways. But there's like an island in between. And I had a drink, like a soda drink, in between my seats. And I was driving, and like you have to go like really quickly to go on the main road, and I forgot I had my drink. And I, because I had this fancy car and I didn't want to ruin it or like make it messy, I just
yes.
grab it, and me and my friend tried to grab it, so we weren't watching the road. So I just drove through the fence to another car that was driving like the opposite road, and the other car like totally, yeah, I had to get a new car. It was not a good
Oh
experience.
no.
And I
Did your
actually,
parents scold you for it?
well, I called my dad, and he was like, "Okay, you're not getting another fancy car. Like, you're not getting another Tesla." I was like, "Okay, fine." And well, my grandfather, he spoils me, and he thought I should get another Tesla.
So, but from that experience, did it somehow
Oh yes,
give you some trauma?
yes, it
Not
keeps.
to
Yeah, I
How
actually
did you
never.
overcome it? Because up until now, I'm already 40 years old, and up until now, I still get traumatized. So every time I go out, and if it's raining so hard, there's
Yeah.
this tendency for me to give a second thought about where I'm about to go. Like, can I just cancel because it's raining? I already have a trauma and fear for
Well,
for flood.
I just drive so safely now. It's like it's not even funny because everybody was like, "Oh, Hamdan, you're like a daredevil when you drive." Because I had the fancy car and I wanted to drive fast, but after that, I don't go over the speed limit. I'm like a grandma when I drive. I'm like so careful with both hands on the steering wheel, and yeah, it's not even funny.
Yeah. Those things that we experienced when we
Oh
were
yes,
younger. You know,
it's
when we're older right now, we tend to laugh about it. But you know,
oh,
looking back,
yes, yeah.
I wish when we no, you're young. No, can you say that every time you can make a mistake, can you always tell it to your parents? Anyway, dad, mom, I'll charge it to experience.
Well, I actually with my mom, I
Or
tell
will
her.
you be really sorry for it, mom? I'm so sorry.
Well,
I'll never do that again.
if I made like when I crashed my car, the first thing that they was like call my dad, and then I was like holding my breath to tell my mom, and then I was just like lock myself in the room, and then they talked to me and were like, "It's not your fault. It was just a mistake. You didn't do it on purpose." So I mean, of course, I didn't do it on purpose. It was just a really big mistake,
Mm.
and but every time I do something like bad, like crash my car or something like that, I often just call my grandparents and just, "Hi, I'm so sorry. Can you talk to my parents because I can't them." But overall, like if there's like a boy trouble or girl drama or something, I always just talk to my mom. I love telling her about boys and everything, and also my dad. He's so fun with it.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. You've got great supportive
Oh yes,
and easy
definitely.
to talk to parents when you get in trouble.
Yeah.
All right. So, wow, I really love talking to you. And as much as I want to talk to you longer, I have to wrap this up now. So, a lot of um let's probably engage some of our viewers who are watching us right now. From Dorothy Jones, she says, she's so relatable, so uncomplicated, refreshing to have someone like her in Miss Universe. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, that's the purpose of this interview. Like, I don't want to ask you hard hitting questions because you're only 18. Like, how can an 18-year-old student solve our world problems right now? Right?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter how old you are.
yeah. Yeah, it really doesn't matter. And given that you also have you have your own background where you're taking up medicine, you're taking up biology as a pre-med course to get to medicine someday. So that really speaks a lot of what you want to do in the near future. And Miss Universe is a platform for you to
Yeah,
showcase your
definitely.
interests, right? So from Yari, she has a question for you. How does this pandemic affect you and how you overcame it? Did you experience cabin fevers? Of course, when during the pandemic we couldn't travel around, so we were just
Oh
locked
yes. Well,
in our
it was
homes.
it was hard on me because I love traveling, and I actually before the pandemic hit Iceland, I we were in the United States, and when we came home, we got COVID. Like as soon as we came,
Oh,
yes, and I was like, oh, okay, great, and it was just good to be over with, and yeah, I mean, it was okay. We just traveled around Iceland. We just did touristy things because there weren't any tourists. So I did so many amazing things like walk on glaciers and go hiking and just see Iceland like I've never seen it before. And it was good. I mean, the pandemic, it didn't like, really affect me. It just affected my school. I had to be doing online studies, but for now it's actually helping me because now I know how to do online studies because of the pandemic. So the pandemic it was fine here in Iceland, I think.
did you have a hard time adjusting to studying online? I mean, can you really have that no, because I'm already old. I'm already done with school. So I wonder for young people like you, how is the attention span when you're listening to your professors on Zoom online? I mean, do you get the same kind of interest and wonder while sitting in front of your laptop as opposed to sitting listening to your teacher in a classroom?
Well, it isn't really the same. I would recommend more just being in school.
Yeah.
It's much better. You meet all your friends, and it's easier, I think. And also the assignments, you don't have any tests if you're doing online school because
Yeah.
there's nobody to watch over you or see if you're cheating or not. So there are no tests. So you when you have like the finals, you don't know anything that's coming. So I don't recommend online school, but it's a great like if you can't like be at school because I had to be away from like outside of the country for 2 whole months. I was in the United States for a whole month and then I came home for 2 days and then I went to Egypt. So I didn't have any time to go to school. I can't just have a whole semester and I was 2 months away. So online school was the right choice for me now and I do not recommend it overall, but it was okay. I mean, I'm doing Miss Universe Iceland, and I love that. It's just like an amazing experience. And so online school, it's fine because of the Miss Universe Iceland thing.
So I wonder now, looking listening to everything what you're saying right now, which is harder to do? Preparing for an exam or the finals of a particular subject, or preparing for a competition like Miss Universe? Which stresses you more?
The finals definitely. I mean, when I
Which
competed
one? Finals of of your
finals
test in school
of
or
school,
Miss Universe? A school.
but when I competed in Miss Universe Iceland, it wasn't relaxing at all, but it was just fun. I mean, I was just enjoying. I told myself I was gonna enjoy every moment, and I did that, and it was just doing it with all the girls and met so many amazing good friends and I mean I just decided I was gonna have fun. I was not gonna get like stressed of oh my god I'm gonna do my evening walk or like I was just okay it's fun, I'm gonna smile, it's gonna be great. And yeah, so I'm not really nervous for Miss Universe because I know I'm gonna have that mindset like it's gonna be fun, I'm gonna enjoy.
Yeah, and though, yeah, I like your mindset. Yeah, that's true. Whatever happens, win or lose, this is once this pageant will be a once in a lifetime
Oh yeah.
experience for girls like you. So you better make the most out of it by
Oh
enjoying.
yeah, I'm gonna enjoy the most as I can.
So, all right, there you go. We're almost talking for an hour. Can't you believe that? We're just talking about your school, how you relate it to your, how you are coping with it, balancing your time with it, as far as your Miss Universe training is concerned. And now we're almost talking for almost an hour. Can't you believe that? So,
Oh
so now that you're about to leave for Miss Universe and ready for the whole world to get to know you and your country in Miss Universe, what message do you want to promote, especially with your demographic, the teenager demographic, the teens, with the platform of Miss Universe?
well, I want to tell the world that you're worthy. No matter your age, your gender, your beliefs, or or anything. Just be who you are, and you are worthy. And especially your age, because people think that the age matters and that the age can stop you from doing something. But I'm here, only 18, and the judges chose me to be in Miss Universe 2022, and I'm just yeah, that's the word I want to spread. Like, you can do everything you want to, and if you follow your dream, they might come true.
Oh, that's a
Thank
good message out there. I think your message can really appeal to a lot of young teens out there, that that don't let your age hold you back from whatever you want to do. Yeah, be fearless. Yeah, seize the day. Yeah, it reminds me of the movie
you.
Dead Poet Society. Yeah. I don't know
Yeah,
if you've
yeah.
watched that online. Yeah, seize the day, carpe diem. So yeah. So on that note, thank you so much,
Thank
Miss
you.
Hrafnhildur, for taking the time and effort in doing this interview. I can't wait to meet you in person in 2 weeks from
Oh, so
now. Don't I hope the security guards won't be so strict on us pageant vloggers, media covering you girls in the hotel
oh,
lobby. We'll just stay in we'll just stay in the hotel lobby taking footages of you girls wherever you go.
yeah. Thank you so
Oh, thank
much.
you so much again. Virtual hugs and kisses all the way from my country here from my office here in Manila. Mwah. And happy holidays. Merry
Oh,
Christmas and
you
Happy New
too.
Year.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You too.
You're welcome. Bye. See you
Bye.
soon.
Yeah, bye.